Pursuing our story of Moses, we come next to the golden calf. In other words, while Moses is on the mountain having an extraordinary encounter with God, Aaron is being pushed by the Israelites to create a god for them. They're fed up with waiting for Moses to come down. They don't know what's happened to him. So they say, make us a god. And to our utter amazement, Aaron says, well, give me your gold, earrings and so on. And they construct a god of their own specifications. Something the church has often been doing tragically down through the centuries, making a god that they like, instead of submitting to the authentic God. Meanwhile, Moses is face to face with that God. And God is furious with what's happening and says to Moses, now, these people, your people, whom you brought out of Egypt. And Moses is amazing here. He really becomes such a key figure in the story. And he withstands God and says, no, they're your people whom you brought out. He kind of puts it right back onto God straight away. And what will the heathen say if you don't bless them? Because God begins to say to him, look, I'm going to wipe them out. I'll start again with you, Moses. You can be the new Abraham. You can be the new father of the nation. And I've had enough of them. And it's staggering because Moses cries out to God, said, Lord, don't do it. What will the heathen say, that you were not able? What about your promise to Abraham, Isaac and Jacob? He's a wonderfully kind of selfless man. He turns down the offer of being blessed himself. In fact, he's so urgent. In the end, it's amazing. God says to him, let me alone so I can judge them. I love that. Just imagine a human being having such power with God when God says, let me alone. I want to do this and you won't let me. It's amazing. Just wonderful. In fact, Moses is such a God-besotted man. He says, look, blot me out so that the people can go in, which God ignores. And then he says, show me your glory. He's taken up with God. And then God says, look, I'll let you go into the land. You can have the whole land, but I'm not coming with you anymore. I'll send an angel. And for Moses, that just is not on. I love this. Moses says, if your presence doesn't go with us, we're not going anywhere. Oh, beloved, that is the prayer the church should be praying. If your presence doesn't go with us. He said, look, this is what makes your people distinct. That God is with us. Oh, come on, let's not settle for going through the motions in our church life, in our praying. If God isn't amongst us, if the presence of God isn't there, why do people bother to come to us? When God is manifested, people queue up to come. That's been shown over many years and many places. I know friends who queued up for hours to get into meetings because they heard God was there. Oh, if God isn't there, why should people come back after the pandemic? Why not just watch it on television? Oh, come on, let's say, Lord, your presence must come with us. We want your presence above everything. Moses was such a great intercessor, and God heard him and promised, my presence will go with you, and gave him a wonderful revelation of his glory. There's more in the book, but those are some of the points in that chapter.